Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video, guys. I'd like to say thanks to all of the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. If you're here to learn how to make money and learn from my bad investment. Okay, so if I make mistakes, you here to learn from my mistakes, so you don't make those mistakes. Okay, but so far we've been doing decent on the portfolio. We've been doing decent on my other portfolios, so I cannot complain too much. Even though there are some times where I want to just take this computer and shake it, right? Because things don't really go our way. But hey, like I tell you guys all the time, you have to take the emotions out of it and make it business. If you make it business, I promise you, you will sleep a lot better. Even though I've been having problems sleeping since I got back to the United States, I don't sleep good. I don't know why, but since I got here, I go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, wake up at 7:30 every day. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But with that being said, guys, let's get down to business. Because, like I always said, business is booming, guys. Okay, remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just a 52-year-old man that makes video about my portfolio and my portfolio alone. So do not take it as financial advice. Okay, I'm here to motivate, encourage others to invest in their future, to grow their financial, how you say, kahunas, all of the good stuff. Okay, guys, but all joke aside, let's get down to business because today, guys, you see this thing right here? It is redder than I don't know what word I can use right now. If you're looking at this thing, right? You see one that's Kroger. I don't know what that is. I cannot see it. That's two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I don't know what that is either. Nine and 10. Okay, there's 10 things in here that is green. Okay, but you know what? Even though this thing looks redder than the doorknob, right, like a hot doorknob, my portfolio, right, didn't do too bad today. Surprisingly, we are not down 20, 30 grand, right? Surprisingly, I think between my two big portfolios, right, we're down about how much? About 6,000, 6,500 and some change. Between my two big portfolios, my fidelity portfolio is down today about $4,300. Then my retirement portfolio, which I already talked about you guys, but since I'm making those changes to kind of get some money out of the portfolios to purchase this property, I just talk about it, and it's down today $2,200. Okay, so if you add both of those together, right, we about $6,500 down between my two portfolio, which is not bad. And now, at the outset, we were down like, I think the highest we got to this some point was like 8,000 in my main portfolio and about 7,000, no, about 2 or 3,000 in the retirement portfolio. Okay, but you know what? I'm gonna have to wait. I know I can sell. I can sell Whitebit, even though we're still like 12, 13, 14 cents down from where we initially bought, but we got almost $500 in returns. I mean, it's not what I expected, but still, we're gonna kind of hold on to it for a little bit, maybe give it a couple days, right, until Wednesday. Hopefully, things pick up by Wednesday because I need to sell both of these, my Tesla and my Whitebit by Wednesday. Now, Tesla is doing what the first quarter, what Q1 report, I think tomorrow. So, and where's my Tesla? Tesla is up here, right? And Tesla is down today 5.5%, right? Now, with all the terrorist thing going on, there is a big chance that Tesla might not hit the goal for Q1, and the price of the stock is going to go down even more. But that's tomorrow, right? Not today. That's what will happen tomorrow. Now, we'll think that because I mean, the cover call, Tesla cover call, yield max ETFs. Um, I mean, if Tesla go down, right? Tesla might go down. But the thing is, Tesla stock, it's about 200 some dollars, right? And then Tesla, it's like $7 and change. When I bought it the other day, it was like $8 and change. So it's went down about a dollar and something since I bought it last week. Even though I got a decent dividend from that, but if you look at the dividend that I got, right, um, it's about right around the same amount of money I invested right now with the current value, which kind of sucks. Um, but I'm gonna give it another day. Maybe it's not a good thing to do, right? Give it another day to see if the how Tesla's gonna do tomorrow. But you know, it's not just um, Tesla. It's like the whole market is red, as you guys can see. So let's look at the crypto real quick and see. Um, so look at Bitcoin is at $87,000, right? It's one of those things, right? It's like you turn it off and then it's like woo, it's up there. So in the last 7 days, Bitcoin is up 7.03%. Right today, the last 24 hours, 2.54%, and then in the hours down 0.14%. So that's Bitcoin for you. But why Bit is Bitcoin? So I mean, we need Bitcoin to continue to go up. So why Bit can go up some more? Um, I'm saying it's up 15% today. I need to go up a little bit more so tomorrow it can be up freaking 100%. That's probably not going to happen, but if it can go up to where I initially bought, and then I can sell. If not, at some point I'm still going to have to sell some of it. Right now I'm down like a negative $300. So I will still sell. Maybe I'll sell like 9,500 worth of positions out of there and get out of there, and then let the rest sit there. And then wait for tomorrow to see if I need to buy what Tesla is going to do, because I need to pick up my positions that's going to pay dividend by Wednesday, right? I need to pick up my positions that are going to pay dividend by Wednesday. And I think right now we got freaking Palantir about to hit $100 if I'm not mistaken. So let me check my growth portfolio real quick so I can give you guys an accurate figure because I'm just guessing off the top of my head. Let the things low. My internet is a little low. I think I need to, since I came back, I have not rebooted the router downstairs, so it's a little quirky right now. Sometimes it works good and sometimes it doesn't. So okay, so my portfolio went up. Today is down 78 cents, but overall, right, my Palantir is up 707% and 0.88%. Does that make sense? It's up. It's not 700. It's up $700. Damn, I can't even get this shit right in my mouth. It's up 707.80%. There you go. 701.80% is how much my Palantir portfolio went up. Now today it's down 3.18%. Which is kind of, it's not cool, it's horrible, but it is what it is. Um, you know, that's my growth portfolio. I sold a lot of things in this portfolio to keep my account afloat, and we're still surviving, right? We're still surviving, and that's all I can hope for. So right now, the Palantir stock is at $90.80, right? Um, I initially bought this at $11.24. Even I've sold a lot of it now. I only have like 20 something left. I had like 250 shares of that, and I've sold a lot of it now. I kind of hate I had to do that, but I had to do it to keep my portfolio alive. There was no other way around it, and I had to do that. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like I keep telling you guys, it's a learning process. So I make mistakes, so you guys don't have to make mistakes. So this coming week, we got NVIDIA, DIPS. This is the ones that I have. I'm calling Palantir and Murney. So I'm thinking, like I said, there's a couple of options. Um, I can't. I'm not gonna buy. I'm not gonna buy Murney. No, I'm not gonna buy Palantir. Sorry, I'm not gonna buy Palantir because Palantir is $90 for the actual positions. I don't know what Palantir is for the actual. Let me see. Did I buy Palantir here? Let me see. I don't even know was it part of my list of things that I bought in here. Yeah, it was. No, that's why I bet. So it's $57 right now, which is cool. It's not bad, right? The stock is almost $100 and it's 50 something dollars. My average cost is at $60. So I bought it and it went down since I bought it. I bought it high, right? Even though I just got a dollar position, right? But I mean, I'm gonna buy some more. But right now, I mean, in this portfolio, but in my other portfolio, right? If I can buy, if I can buy about, let's say, $37 worth of this, I'll split it up. Do half with Palantir and do the other half with Murney of the total amount that I have. That's like $50,000. So if I put half of $50,000 into Palantir, right? Let me see. Buy limit order dollar amount the grand. No, I'm not paying 50. I'm going 25. 25,000. I'll give 400 something shares. Right? That is not a lot. That is not a lot of shares if I spent $25. Now, let me go back. Let me get out of there. Where are we? I hope I put money in here too. I still have stuff I need to add. There you go. Is that it? Uh, 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 yeah. So if I buy $25, this is not in this portfolio. This is in my other portfolio. This will give me 1,000 shares, right? And tomorrow, I don't have money. I don't have money. Wow, somebody is calling me right now. My boy is calling right now, so he gonna have to wait. He gonna have to wait. He probably on his way over here. So let me hold on, guys. All right, guys. So I thought my phone was on mute, but I didn't. Silence, not mute. Silence, but it wasn't on silence. But it was on ring. Anyway, I'm looking at what Morrow paid the last time. All right. Pay $1.47. What it paid the last time. And then Palantir paid $5.33. I need to go back and check to see what the price was a week ago. No, I need to go back to Palantir. Let's go back to Palantir. Let's see what the price was a week ago. PLT1. See, guys, this is time consuming, right? So go back to a week. What's this? This today. That's the 15. We got paid on the 18, right? We got Wednesday was Tuesday. Wednesday was 16. 15. 16, we were at 58. I mean, so it's not that bad. It's like a dollar difference in here. Maybe it might pay $4, it might pay $5. I have no idea. Um, they just got a $30 million contract. Volunteer did not, Volunteer just got a $30 million contract from the government to do some systems from, track down immigrants, some crap like that. So, I mean, that's the everything else should be okay, I think. So I might put 525K into Palantir. Um, Now usually it drops the um after the announcement. So when the announcement was gonna get what we're gonna collect, the next day it's gonna drop. So, but I have to accept that drop and wait and see what's gonna happen. Right? We'll go 3 weeks out. This is the 24th. It's way up there and it comes down. It seems like it's kind of trying to recover, right? And then get up to 60, then it come back down. Okay. So guys, when you're doing your research, this is like some of the basic stuff you can do to kind of guess, right? To kind of estimate to see how if you're going to get the same amount of dividend next week or something similar. But I mean, it's also a risk, right? You never sure exactly what is going to come through. I transferred another $20 to my account today. I needed to buy some stuff, but then being daddy, I didn't really have a chance to. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I still have 14 more positions to add to my portfolio. And what I'm gonna do, right? That means I gotta take out $14 on here. So after I do that, the balance $4. The balance $6 will go into I will split it between this guy and my Palantir, my PLTY. I will split it up between those two. Um, you that's it. Nvidia, I might add another dollar there. But we'll see how that goes. That should be it for this week, right? Um, because like I said, I'm trying to grow that money, and I might have to I might have to be patient because as the market's going down right now, you know, I might have to be patient. I know for sure I need to pull 10K out of that account to make that deposit. Um, Kind of get the negotiation going the right direction. But at this point, I'm like, you know what? It doesn't really matter if I don't get the property because I've been thinking. I was like, you know what? I can buy me like a townhouse because that way I can put solar panel on the roof. If I go into the condo, I can't really do that. But I mean, it would be a good property to buy. It's bigger. It's a little bit more space. It's not on the crazy 11 floors, like on the 4th floor, so it's not that bad. My last apartment was on the 2nd floor, which I prefer. I don't like first floor apartments. It's on the 2nd floor, so I mean, it's not that bad. In here, we got some dividend that came in. Some of the stuff already been reinvested back into the portfolio. Um, but I did the calculation. We had like 20 some cents, so I need to go back and calculate and see how much more money we got in my little portfolio here. And gonna have to add some more positions into this portfolio. We're gonna move from there. But this is what I'm saying. It's hard to grow this kind of portfolio if you don't have a lot of chunk. If you don't have the chunk of money, because you can't put a dollar and say, okay, I'm gonna buy a dollar or $2. You have to wait till you have $8. This is $10. This is 1080, 918, 971, 1720, 35, 5788, 5764, $22.07. You got to have the full amount of money to buy stuff out of here. For me, it's Charles Schwab. Y'all need to fix that, bro. Y'all need to fix. Everybody else is doing this stuff. Y'all need to fix that. Y'all get more. Y'all get more customers. I promise. I know I just a little guy on the totem pole, but when you guys start doing fractional share, I promise you, you guys gonna get more people signing up for a Charles Schwab. Because you guys don't do fractional share is the reason why you lose a lot of people, because people get frustrated. People have little accounts, they got $5, $10 in there they want to use to invest. They can't let that invest. They gotta wait 2 or 3 weeks to build that up to invest. That's not how it works, man. That's why Robinhood and Fidelity is getting a lot of people in there, because they make it easy to invest. Stuff need to be easy, because it's hard enough for people to say, you know what, I'm going to take my money and put it in here and invest in something. Then you put your money there, you got to wait until you get a full freaking money to buy something. This is not how the poor people are going to get it. That's why the people that are poor like myself, we go to Robinhood and Fidelity. And even though I have this account set up, right, and I use the Charles Schwab checking account, it's the only reason that I'm still using this stuff. Otherwise, I would have gotten rid of this a long time ago. But I love the Charles Schwab checking account. I don't have no problem with them when I travel. I go to the bank, pull money out, they refund me my fees. That's why I use that stuff. But other than that, man, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But I'm not gonna keep yapping about it, right? The portfolio is down 0.6% today. Overall, this portfolio is down 21%, almost 22%. And like I said, I need to add some more money into the portfolio so we can grow the portfolio. Because as we grow the portfolio, I mean, the better it's going to be, right? The more income we can generate. I'm trying to get this thing up to $1,000. That way I'll have enough to cover the car payment and reinvest the rest. Especially since I'm about to travel, right? Especially since I'm about to travel, it's best to do that. Okay. Now, as you can see here, portfolio today, Fidelity portfolio is down 1%, right? $4,365.74. Down 1%. Okay, cool. I know other people who are down worse than that, but it's not about what other people are doing, right? It's about what we're doing. But sometimes it's a good feeling that you're not bad off compared to the next guy, which is kind of horrible. Think about it, right? But then you're like, hey, at least I'm not like James or John, who almost gone. But it is what it is. I'm just being honest, right? But as you can see, the portfolio is still surviving. We're still alive. We're still alive. We're trying to get to the next level, and that's it. Okay. Now the income we generated the other day was decent. The portfolio, the income is going back up, right? Slowly but surely, the income is going back up. That's good. Even though I'm not really reinvesting money back into the portfolio. Now another thing, right? In my Fidelity portfolio, anything under 1,000 shares automatically reinvest. Anything that's under 1,000 shares automatically reinvest. That's just how I have it set up. Um, because I think for me 1,000 share is a threshold to where the income is a little bit more, where I'm getting at least $400 to $500 a month from that positions that is whatever is generating. But like I told you guys, I've been cutting down the positions and moving stuff around, and sometimes you got to cut your losses, right? You down 30, 40 grand. Okay, you cut your losses and you go on to the next one. Um, I mean, we expect the AI thing to do better, but with everything else that's going on right now, it's kind of hard to say. You know what? This might do something positive. Who knows? So it's what it is. Like I said, it is what it is. I don't know what else to say, but it is what it is. Right? And this income thing, we're 21K for this month. We're gonna see how much money we're gonna get this coming week. I have no idea, right? But this is the last week, right? We're gonna get paid this week, Friday, and then next week into Wednesday. The month end on Wednesday. So The month end on Wednesday, but we got 2 more days after Wednesday. So usually this kind of I get conflicted about the middle week thing because we still get paid on Friday, but it's for that week. But the month actually ends on Wednesday. Anyway, it's just me. I think about stuff differently sometimes. It's annoying, but it is what it is. As we continue to grow, you see that our average is at 35. We need to get our average about 55, $60,000. Then we know we're gonna be generating 35, 40 grand a month because this all is an estimate. And then as the income come in, this adjusts itself based on whatever calculation it does, but it's adjusts itself. So right now we seem to be pretty close to the income we're going to generate for this month, which is about $21,000. Yeah, I can't complain. It is what it is. I don't know why I keep saying that word. It is what it is, but it is what it is. So, I mean, the portfolio, my income that I was telling you guys about, hey, I have this 80 some $1,000 in buffer, right? Now it's down to 65,000. And my non-margin buying power is down to $19,500. So they're taking away from my buffer, right? And I was just telling you guys yesterday, man, I'm gonna use this money and go buy a bunch of I'm gonna buy a bunch of what you call it positions from PLTY. Now, probably the dumbest thing I can think of, or the dumbest thing I would do if I do that. But I need to check into it and see if it's gonna benefit the portfolio. Not in the short term. We gotta forget about short term. This is all about long term, being able to retire early. That's what it is, right? And right now, it's to get away from margins. I still got a long way to go to get away from margins. A long way, right? So it is. I'm not going to say that word again. I promise. I'm not going to use that word again for the rest of this video. No more. It is what it is. No more. Not for today. Maybe tomorrow. All right, guys. So as you can see, like I said, the income is going up. The yield is going crazy. Ending 10 years is 5 million. We are ways from that. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But for me right now, my goal is my short-term goal, which is this 5-year goal. Now, this 1.5 million is amazing if I can get to that point. But the thing I've been trying to do is if I can do everything right and move to Colombia, I will be saving so much money to where this would be very easy because I can pay off debts easier. I would still have this mortgage. I would still have the bills that I have now for a certain period of time. Um, but other than that, everything else would go away. Eventually, will go away, right? In the short term, because I will still have my expenses that I have in Colombia, but in the short term, I can use some of the other money that I have to stop paying bills here and just pay them off completely. Um, so, like I say, in the next 3 to 5 years, I want to have enough money sitting aside to where I can start my commercial business, my commercial real estate business back in the U.S. and get it a full swing to where, um, you know, we can get this millions that we have now to 75, 80, 90 million in the next 20 years, right? In the next 20 years, I'll be 72 years old. Do you think by that time, at 72 years old, I will have 200 some $1 million in the market? If I have that much in the market, then how much money you think I will have in my real estate investment? Maybe double, maybe less. Who knows? But for now, it's for us to get to that short-term goal. I'm sorry, short-term goal, which is 5 years. If I can do half of this 1.5 in 5 years, I think for me, I would have reached that goal because the goal is to be debt free and living off dividends, right? Um, I go back and forward with selling my property, but I know at some point I want to have my family here, not to live permanently, but I want to be able to come to the U.S., stay 2, 3, 4 months, whatever, during the summer, winter, whatever time of the year, to just stay and enjoy that 2 months, 3 months, and then go back to where I feel more comfortable. But I want to do it with my family. So at some point, this is what I'm working towards. So I mean, I think it's going to happen. Anything is possible. I have to be patient, right? Because you cannot rush this. You have to be patient. This cannot be rushed. Okay, guys, it cannot be rushed. Now we can rush to say yes, we're going to generate more income, but you need more money to generate more income and putting it into the best positions, right? And as this thing continue to get bigger, right? Let's go back over here. As this thing continue to get bigger, we will be leaving the crazy high yield and going down to some lower yield. Um, I'm already doing that, but I'm going to do that on a larger scale, right? Where I don't really need $400,000 a year. 100K a year is good, but we can generate 100K a year from high yield and another 100K a year from our lower yield. I think that's really good. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really good because I've been thinking, I said, I need to open another position. You guys I'm probably going to talk about it, but you're just not going to see it. Like, just like my Fidelity, I need to open another position and just have my lower yield in there, right? My mid to lower yield in there. Something, maybe like 50 positions. And that's it. And that's just going to be my lower yield. And then at some point, right, as we continue to grow, because I want to have an account, because this account, I can really say, oh, I'm going to live off this account because this account got margin. So until I can give it a margin to where it's okay or safe, I can't really depend on this account. So I need to create another account to where I can say, okay, this account generating me $2,000-3,000 a month. I'm good, right? Just like my account I'm trying to get from take care of my car payment, and that'll be that, just like that. Take care of that, take care of this. Build an account up to take care of the mortgage payment. So you gotta think about mortgage payment. It's coming out of the account. And that's cool. That's how I wanted to be. This is how I started it, and this is how I'm gonna keep it until we get to where we need to get to. Okay, guys. I don't want to talk your guys' head up too much. Remember, guys, this is not financial advice. Okay, I'm just making videos about my portfolio and what is going on in my world, as far as being a dividend passable bro and a real estate investor and an investor in the market. Okay, a dividend investor, to be specific. Okay, guys, I love you guys. We're gonna do this tomorrow. Now, remember, we talk about it. The main thing is patience. Okay, because sometimes you start to see the money coming in, and you want to generate more money, and then you lose your wallet. That's the bad part. Okay, we got to be patient, take our time, and we're gonna get there. I mean, we're gonna get there. If it's gonna take us 5-6 years from now to get there, we're gonna get there. But we got to take care of all the little things we got, like the little bills and stuff. That takes a lot of money. Like I'm telling you guys, I got a lot of credit card debt. Now that most of that's me, but I can actually take care of those in 2 months. But with the market the way it is, I can't really do that because we got to deal with the market. Okay, guys? So I love you guys. We'll do this again tomorrow. Still blessed. Peace out.